Morning. It's Sunday. Ooh, the camera's a bit overexposed. Gets kind of funny, this camera on the computer. It's the 11th of January, and I was late again because my computer says 9:03, and I know my computer's 5 minutes late. So anyway, and there were some fun pictures, happy shots, happy snaps. Why do we need happy snaps? Because the world is screwed. I'm not going to talk about it, but jeepers, the stuff that's going on. In fact, Kerry fired me up. Kerry put his entrant update in, and he was mentioning Iran and all the rest of it. And I don't know how many people are watching the world. I think everyone's probably watching the world, but a lot of people don't care. And I've been super happy for the last few days, thinking, oh, all the women in Iran, I shouldn't talk about it, but hopefully they've got a chance of getting rid of certain things and blah blah blah. And there's just so much stuff going on in the world at the moment, it's just nuts. Anyway, I won't start going on that. And I thought in my picture selection, before I going, oh, we need happy shots. So I got happy shots. All I did was just bomb my photo file and picked happy shots. Dan's always good for a happy shot. And this one is because he's crossed off 200 days. And that reminded me when we were living in the hut in Antarctica. I was living in a box in Antarctica. And we did exactly the same thing under the radio because we had radio comms then back in 95. I was crossing off exactly the same as what Dan's doing. Maybe he copied my idea. Ooh, or maybe he went served time in prison before. He was doing it previously, but it was kind of a fun shot anyway. So that was definitely a happy shot. Big cheesy grin, 200 days. Good on you, Dan. That was cool. This is another very happy shot. This was at the end of, I forget whether we just come back or just gone out to see Jean-Luc finish the 2018 Golden Globe race. That's Yannick Moreau, the previous mayor, Lassard Blown, me, Ada, Jane up the back there, and Sir Robert Knox Johnson. Huge support to everything that we've been doing, and part of the success of the Golden Globe has been, relating to the MGR. That's why we're here. Another happy shot. This was a very happy day. That was when Jessica was finishing her solo trip non-stop around the world as a 16-year-old. The boat's actually called McIntyre Adventure on the transom there. Lots of stories there. But anyway, Jess is a great mate, incredible young lady, and still doing amazing things. So good on that. This was so small in the thumbprint, I couldn't even work out what it was because I was picking the pictures really, really quickly. And I thought, well, I can't remember what it was, but it looks like a happy shot. So I put it up. And when I looked at it when it came through, this was just a few months ago at the Golden Globe Race entrance conference with the entrance and managers up on the roof of our office there here in La Sable d'Olonne, and all very happy. So that was happy. We got 26 entrants, although sadly, I think I can announce today that one of our women entrants in the Golden Globe has actually just retired. Won't be making it to the start. Olivia, sadly, she's a really talented sailor. Sailed 20,000 miles across Pacific Solo. I think it's 20,000. An amazing filmmaker, really unique style. I've never actually met her. Like all the entrants, we have an internet relationship going on, with the blokes. I mean that in terms of the blokes and the bits and pieces, everyone that's there, we talk online. So I've never really met her, but she's an amazing lady, and for various reasons, she's decided she's can't make the start. She's currently at Richards Bay, I think, still in South Africa. Was sailing towards the up here towards Europe, going down Cape Town stuff. But anyway, that's a bit sad, but it was a good happy entrance conference there. This is super. I've got this site on Facebook where it brings up all the memory stuff when you're kids from back in the 60s and 70s. And, I don't know whether you had I don't even know how old you are watching this, but we had yo-yos. And as a kid, I can still remember the Coca-Cola rep coming around, giving away free Cokes and yo-yos and stuff. You probably don't even know what a yo-yo is. You probably wonder what those things are, but sheepers, we had some fun with them. So that's a happy shot. This is super happy for Sir Robert Knox Johnson, great mate, a huge help over the last 40 years. I first met him in 82. He was my hero. Met him when I was fixing up boats and wind vanes and stuff like the first BOC Challenge, which was the very first solo yacht race around the world after the Golden Globe. That was in 1982. Anyway, he was obviously very happy with all that tucker, bully beef, and bloody all the rest of it. So that's a happy shot for him. This was super happy. It's not hard to get happy shots from Jasmine as well, but I remember when that popped up. She's in the middle of the MGR, looking for a swimming pool. Finally found one and got to be in heaven for a while. I was super happy seeing these photos. You might remember them. A whole group of photos from the guys at the world's toughest row. Their support boat happened to stumble across number 163. Ooh, going like the clappers. There's a whole gallery of those shots, and they're fantastic. So thanks everyone there. He's now moved over to class 650, mini 650, still sailing like crazy. And we were very happy. I think there was 10 of us on the island. This is in Tonga, on the Mukiiki. We were there, working with official sanctioning and stuff like that, support from the Crown Prince on the island, doing some shipwreck stuff. And we found our first bronze cannon. It's a beautiful 1.2 metre bronze cannon. It's got a whole story beside it. So we recovered it, pulled it up, blah, blah, blah. And so that was a happy day for sure. Me and Jane there. That was a happy day, the day before the start of the Ocean Globe race. All the sailors there, overall swapping sailors, there was about 120 sailors. Anyway, enough of that. Back to here. We're going to go straight to the tracker. I think that was the last shot. Yeah, it was. So here we go. Tracker. 5 boats are finished. You're on the tracker. I'm on the tracker now. That was a Sunday blurb, by the way. Hang on a sec. Where's my bloody tracker? There it is. Okay, 5 boats are already in. So they came in overnight, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means there must be 6 boats in by now. Oh, I went across at 8 o'clock. Yeah, so another one popped in. This is all the 8 o'clock timelines, and Josh is 4.6 knots, 108 nautical mile a day, just cruising along. Kerry's trying to catch up to Ayrton before he gets in. He might just make it. 5.5 knots and 120 mile a day. Ayrton is 5.1 knots, 110 mile a day. And then Eric, 5 knots, 107 mile a day. Jasmine pulled ahead, 108 mile a day at 4.7. So she's slowly been passing Eric. And all the others are actually in now. So let's just pull this up and have a look. We don't need to look at the future weather for the next couple of days. We know it's still tickety-boo. Here they come. They've all gone round the other side of the island. So here we go. And they've anchored them over by the port. Not sure why. There's this whole thing about some of the entrants not preparing well enough for the anchorage, and they realise as they're sailing there. Some of the others have done well, but anyway, there's a yacht club there, St Helena Yacht Club, bunch of really nice people. I've seen a video of their activities there. The yacht clubhouse is on just under these cliffs here. There's some houses there. In fact, I'll see if I can. No, that's as big as we go. But anyway, they're just along this part of the foreshore here, I believe, looking out over the general moorings, and they've kindly been finding some 20-kilogram anchors and chain and rope and setting up big things, making sort of like a temporary mooring for some of the sailors. I'm not sure how many are going to pick that up. I know a few of them had done a fair bit of work getting bigger anchors, chain, rope for 20-metre anchorages, for 20-metre anchoring area, and they've positioned them over the side here. So there they are. Dan's there, Christian's there, Adam's there, Renault's there, Peeler's there, and Jacob just come in, I think it is. Yeah, Jacob's just come in. Or maybe he got in. No, he got in earlier. He was third. So that's pretty cool. Distances for the others heading into the finish here. The distances. I need to go down further just to see how far away they are. Okay. Rightio. Go. We'll put that there, bring it over this side. That's about right the way through. So Josh, 8 o'clock this morning, 230 miles, 2 days away. So in 2 days, it's Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday morning, and Kerry is around about 150 miles, so a bit over a day and a bit. So that's sometime Monday midday or something. And then the others, Eric and Jasmine, 80 miles, so they'll be in early hours of the morning on Monday morning. We know the weather is looking good, but I better have a look just in case there's something coming up and it's dying off a lot. Kerry says it's softening off a bit. He's still doing 5.5, but he'd probably rather be doing 6.5. So if I come back here a little bit, pushes through every 3 hours. There goes the first day. Not too bad. It's just going to hold at what it is. So they're going to be doing 5 knots. On days, 3 days from now, it gets a fair bit softer. So Josh might slow down a bit more. Anyway, but it looks reasonable. No storms, sea state's low, all that sort of stuff. So pretty simple tracker. Okay, it's Sunday. I'll come back and say hello to a few people and read the entrant reports. I've got dings going off everywhere. So it looks like there's some more stuff coming in. Boom. Okay, what have we got here? Christian. Okay, so we've got a video. Argo St. Helena arrival. Hang on. I've got to pull the volume up. Oh, what's going on here? Guide power off, cancel. Put on, I pressed the wrong button. So let's try to get the volume up so I can run his video here. Yes, we're both seeing. What's happened there? The volume was there and then it's not there. Oh, he must have lost his mic for some reason. We got, but he, yep, there's no, he's got no volume. But anyway, he's.
There's a St. Helena arrival. We're going towards the finish line, then turn around and cross it from west to east. Just want to confirm the gloves and flags are up.
Okay, it's raining. I don't know what happened to the volume there. It came back, but anyway, he's sailed down. They're all going around the top end of the island, crossing the finish line, and then having to sail back. Yeah, that's it. So looks a bit grey and overcast. Anyway, they've done the deal, so that's all cool. Got the finishing times there. Then Christian, here we go. Hang on. That's Christian entrant reports here. Okay. We saw Jasmine yesterday. Today, only from Kerry. So we got, with most of the fleet now at anchor, the winds are softening offshore for the tail enders, as is often the case, it seems. I'm eager to see the great Napoleon Bonaparte's place of final exile. I must admit that would be very exciting, as strange as it is to be there. I'm very envious. It is difficult to stay focused on such minute, details and stuff. However, in light of the monumentous events unfolding in Tehran, some of my most sensitive military activity was focused on Iran in the past, and I know how brutal and any backlash to the revolution is likely to be if it fails. The single most effective tool enabling the protests, Starlink. God bless Persia and the good people of Iran. May their courage prevail and wanton bloodshed be avoided. I agree. The world is screwed. Some of the, I won't talk about it. I follow it closely, and I hope everyone else does, and I hope everyone takes a stand. I'm not just talking about Iran. I'm talking about the state of the world. It's just. Phew. I'm a lucky guy. I was born in Australia. We've never had to survive in Australia, but at the same time, I've had an open view of the world since the early 80s, since 1980s, since we started travelling and looking. The world's in a mess. It needs help. So, okay, messages. Good morning from Milady. G'day, Milady. That's cool. Craig, good evening, everyone. G'day, mate. John Pinto, morning, Don. Happened to be up at 3 a.m. here in Florida. I won't ask why you're up at 3 a.m. in Florida, but I wouldn't be surprised about anything in America at the moment. Boy. Anyway, Graham, hi, watching the live for once. Good on you. Looking forward to talking to the skippers tomorrow. Good. Hey, did you know Chris Bray, Graham? I'm sure you probably did. We did the talk. We were talking yesterday about teleport. The only time I've ever had an active involvement with Chinese junk rigs, but I never got to sail the boat. Anyway, Elsie, good morning, good afternoon, Don. It is 5:45 p.m. here in Darwin. Congratulations to the skippers. Yep, they're doing a great job. Alenka, I nearly put your picture up in the happy shots. You got beaten by, I forget who it was. There's a very happy shot of you with your blue hair, looking really super happy. I think it was when you just started building. So you nearly made the cut. Anyway, good on you, Alenka, and good luck with the building there. It's fun to see you're in the surf, by the way. You look pretty cool. B. Mitch, I think everything is falling apart in the world because these live streams are so early. The Western Hemisphere is asleep and can't enjoy the happy. I agree. But anyway, that's where. And I got to say, I'll just bring up this Sunday. I can say anything I like on Sundays, and I know a lot of get pissed off and bits and pieces. But, I think part of the reason that we do these adventures is because I'm a great believer is that people that get involved with adventures, it changes who they are and how they react and so on. And it makes better people in the world. And not only that, so these events inspire people, others who will never go sailing, but they might bump into the mini globe and say, oh, shit, look at these nuts going around the world in 19-foot ply boats. You've got to be stupid to do that. But they might get involved and go and ride a bike for the first time or paddle a canoe for the first time or whatever. And so they become adventurous because the world needs better people these days. It's bloody screwed. Jeepers. Anyway, so I agree with that one, M. Mitch, the B. Mitch. Why do people say that really fast, what they say? Anyway, Graham, yes, I have met Chris and Jess a few times. As Chris's dad, yeah, he's a great guy. That's where it started with that's how I met Chris through his dad. Alenka, I've got more happy shots from today. Back at the boatyard and had some visitors. Oh, good on you. Great. That's quite a story. Alenka's got hull number 2, I think it is. Yeah. Hull number 2 goes back many years. She leads a crazy life. I mean, people think I get busy, but if you watch her posts on Facebook, she's doing everything in the backyard, doing handwork, making things, other stuff, blah, 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 as well as building her 580. And she's building the 580 by herself. Basically, she's had help at different times, and it's out in the open now to save money because she was in a shed for a while. Some other friends of hers who I know were helping her with the shed and stuff, but now she's got the deck on, things like that. So the fun stuff's about to start. So great story. Anyway, milady, hi Don. I've changed my YouTube profile. I'm here since the start. I'm Adrian, the guy who waited 8 weeks for my plans. Milady is the boat name for 291. Fantastic. Okay. Well, I'm getting busy right at the moment on all the stuff that's holding off sales and rigs and all sorts of bits and pieces at the moment. Trying to get a big engine update builder's update out in the next few days. But we've got a lot of things in the background. Anyway, that's it. So have a happy Sunday, everybody. Happy. And we'll see you all again. Like and share. And thanks, everybody. It's fantastic. And keep your fingers crossed. The world needs it. See you later.